Welcome everyone. Hi, this is Kishore, and today I welcome you in our live call of YouTube as well as Instagram. Now, if I tell you everyone that there is one small habit that can affect your sleep, your facial structure, your teeth, your anxiety, your immunity, and even how long you live. Would you want to know it? Yeah, that habit is not what you are eating. It's not even that how much you are exercising. It is how you breathe through your nose or through your mouth. So today I'm going to share with you something very very powerful that most of the people actually do not know, and that is that nasal versus mouth breathing. What are the benefits, drawback, and how the simple one thing that you are doing incorrectly can play a havoc on your body, mind, and breath, and your whole life. Yeah, because everything is interconnected. Am I right? Yeah. So yeah, if you know that there has been a lot of research that has happened, and I would start first with the simple things that how your breathing decides how deeply you are able to sleep, how do you feel in your day-to-day life, how your health is, how your teeth and jaw are, how much oxygen is there in your body, everything, and whether your body is good enough to heal itself or not. Yeah, there's a book that I would like to highly recommend every one of you to go through it. This is Breath. If you can read see that, this is the book name is Breath by James Nestor. He's a very renowned author, and what James Nestor has discovered in his book Breath, is that breath is life, and it is his best-selling book, in fact, where he has shared something very very powerful. When I started reading this book, it was a quite game changer for me to learn about a lot of things. Uh, Humans are now breathing more than ever, but we are breathing worse than ever. He has documented real experiments where people switched to mouth breathing for just a few days, and you know what happened? Their blood pressure increased, their sleep quality just crashed, their snoring became worsened, their anxiety rose up, and their oxygen levels just got dropped. And when they returned back to their nasal breathing, he has done this experiment in this book with along with his friend also. And when they returned back to nasal breathing, everything just improved. So his conclusion was very simple and powerful, that the way you breathe matters more than how much you are breathing. So are you breathing through your nose or you are breathing through your mouth? That's very, very important. Yeah. Um, so this is what James Nestor has shared. Now, few things why we should be breathing through our nose or mouth. I would like to just ask one thing: what your nose is designed for, and what your mouth is designed for? Huh? Can you tell me in the chat box what your nose is designed for and what your mouth is designed for? See, nose is designed for breathing, mouth is designed for speaking as well as eating. So when you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose, what is happening? When you're inhaling, breathing, you are filtering out all the dust, bacteria, and viruses. That's the first thing. You are moistening the air, warms the air, okay, and so that it gets absorbed nicely. And here, there is a nitric oxide that is produced, a gas that is very very important for oxygen deliveries and also kills the pathogen, and that is very very important, that you only get when you Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose only. And it also regulates airflow so that you don't overbreathe, whereas mouth doesn't do any of these things. When you're breathing through your mouth, no filtration, no removal of dust, bacteria, nothing is happening. And it is very raw, unfiltered, and it is straight going to your lungs. So it is not getting properly absorbed also, because it is not conditioned. And all the bacteria, everything also you are taking when you taking it in when you are breathing through your mouth, right? So, what happens if you are a mouth breather? Long term effects, what can happen to you? I would also like to share that how the postures are becoming incorrect before I go ahead with few of the things. So, let me just share something very, very powerful. Let me see if I can share my screen. Otherwise, I will just try sharing. Yeah, I think I can share. Yeah, I hope you all can see this. So and what is the impact of mouth breathing that happen? If you are a mouth breather, you are having a dry mouth, snoring issues become more. You have bad breath. So these are the sign to know that you are a mouth breather. Sleep apnea issues. Sleep apnea is when a person is not able to breathe while sleeping and they choke themselves out. Sometimes death also happen due to sleep apnea, and that's why there's a lot of doctors recommend sleep apnea machine that people put on their faces and over their mouth to improve the snoring issues. So dental problems come up, gum diseases happens, wheezing, a lot of wheezing starts happening, and you feel yourself so much tired that you tend to get into a daytime sleepiness also. Yeah. So all these things starts happening if you are someone who is a mouth breather. I hope you got it. Another thing that I would certainly like to share with you all is very, very powerful how it impacts your deformities that is happening, how your facial structures are changing just because you are a mouth breather. So let me just share that. Yeah, I hope now you can see my screen. Yeah. So if you're someone who is a mouth breather, and you can actually see this is more prominent in kids. Okay. This is more prominent in kids. That is, mouth breather has tired eyes, crooked nose, open mouth posture, receding chin, forward head posture, poor definition of cheekbones, setback jaw, narrow face. Whereas nose breather, if you see, just see the face itself. They have alert, beautiful eyes, straight nose, closed mouth posture, straight chin, ideal cervical posture, wide jaws, wide face, well developed jaws, and good definition of cheekbones. So in kids, now there's a research that 2 year onwards kids are having a lot of wheezing issues. Okay, and their postures are, their facial deformities are happening just because they are mouth breather. And as a result of this, what is happening is there's a reduced forward growth of jaw. The airways is compromised, and the body will correct this with compensations, including forward head postures, which can have a knock on effect on your rib cage and pelvis region. How? Let me just share that. I hope you can see here how, just because of mouth breathing, a person who is here on the first picture, you can see there, you can find some people who have this hump kind of on the back where they have forward head postures, right? And it also impacts your diaphragm region. And then people have all these issues related to gut also. So all these, if you see, are linked with wrong way of breathing, that is your mouth breathing. Yeah, I hope now it is much more clearer to you. Yeah. So, what are the long term effects that happens to people? It's also a sign for people to look into if you are having a poor sleep, snoring issues. Maybe you are a mouth breather. Check whether you have a bad breath, you feel daytime fatigue, also anxiety and restlessness is there. You do you have jaw problems, gum issues, cavities are there, and how is your face? Narrow facial structures, especially in children, and that also lead to mouth breathing leads to actually reduced oxygen delivery to brain and body. Okay. um that's why dentists, sleep specialists, as well as breathing researchers are all talking about this now. This is not just a habit where you can just ignore it. It's a severe health issues. I have seen students, engineering students, they're saying one line and then they're gasping for air. Two line gasping for air. They are just doing little bit of work and then they are sweating a lot, and because they are not breathing properly. Now here's something very very important I want to share with you all, that even if you check ancient Chinese medicine scriptures, they have also mentioned that the worst kind of breathing is mouth breathing, and they have also shared that mouth breathing is equivalent to death breathing. And why mouth breathing makes you anxious? See, when you are breathing through your mouth, it is fast and it is shallow, right? And that tells your brain that something is wrong, something, and stay alert mode on. So your sympathetic nervous system just got up, and your nervous system is in your fight and flight mode. Whereas when you are breathing through your nose, you are responding to brain that, hey, I'm safe, I'm okay, no danger. And safety is the foundation of calm, focus, you heal, and you sleep better. And when you breathe through your nose, you're providing good, sufficient, better oxygenation also. So nasal breathing is equivalent to more oxygen that you are providing, whereas over breathing, you may feel that, when you are breathing through your mouth, you are over breathing, and you may feel that I am providing good oxygen, or a lot of oxygen. In fact, the oxygen intake in your blood is getting reduced, and so to your cells also. So when you breathe through your nose, there's a slow breathing rate in comparison to your mouth, and you are maintaining a healthy carbon dioxide balance. That is very, very essential. You need carbon dioxide to get oxygen, um, you know, absorbed into the blood, because carbon dioxide works as a dilator, and it allows oxygen to release properly into the tissues. And that is why people, those who are having nasal breathing as a habit, they have better stamina, they are clear in their thinking, they are more calmer. Yeah. So are you all ready for a quick practice? And how I will also share with you that if you are a mouth breather, how what all the measurements that you can take to get rid of mouth breathing, or at least make it lesser, so that you don't have dry mouth or sleeping issues, getting up late night, or sometimes, and then congestion in your nose, all those things. Because what happens is, if you are in a tendency of breathing through your mouth all the time, every now and then your nose starts becoming redundant, and जो चीज हम यूज नहीं करते हैं फिर वो redundant होती जाती है, right? So that's the reason it is very very important to use your nose, not your mouth. Okay. So I will share with you something very powerful. I want you all to now just sit, everyone, and gently just you can close your mouth, be very aware. Place your tongue softly on the roof of the mouth, very important, and just become aware of your breath. Keep your mouth closed and just feel Is it okay? Do you feel all okay as you are just breathing, as you are breathing only through your nose, inhale and exhale? And now just do couple of round with me. I will give you the count and the instructions. We are going to do just a longer exhalation. Okay, a little longer exhalation, everyone. In, exhale, nose in, exhale, in, out, in, two, three, four. Exhale, two, three, four, five, six. In, two, three, four. Exhale, two, three, four, five, six. In, exhale, three, four, five, six. In, two, three, four. Exhale, two, three, four, five, six. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and stay here. And just observe how you are feeling now. Do you feel that your heart rate has slowed down? Your mind has become quieter? And that's all happen when you breathe naturally through your nose. Yeah? Now, what are the ways through which you can break this mouth breathing habit? So, first and foremost, to break the mouth breathing habit, you have to switch to nasal breathing, come what may. And be very mindful while walking or exercising. At night, also focus on slow nasal breathing before you sleep, and train with awareness, not with force. And I'll share something with you. Wait here. So this is a very good. There are a lot of mouth tapes come. You can go and check on Amazon, and you can actually use those mouth tapes or a simple paper tape if you have. Put it over your mouth. Okay, you can use this paper tape also. They are also safe. Otherwise, there are a lot of mouth strips also come. You can get into the habit of putting these paper tapes over your mouth. You can just put it like this. Keep it very lightly, and since you are starting, I would really suggest that just just close at the center. Since you are not in habit of breathing through your nose, more of a mouth, you may have a tendency, right? So let, if little bit of air is coming out from this area, that is okay. So initially you can just put it gently here. Okay, closing your mouth. That's it. So while you are walking, try to use it. Before you go to sleep, especially people who are having wheezing issues, snoring issues, and mouth, because when you are getting up in the morning, you know your truth that you are having all this, dry mouth, bad breath. That's a ultimate sign of mouth breathing. Initially, you will feel discomfort. Okay, because when I can share with you through the experience, people usually feel discomfort, but छोड़ना नहीं है. You don't have to leave it. 10 minutes initially before going to sleep, put the tape. And trust me, gradually you will find that the whole night you can put the tape and sleep, and you will have a very well rested, good night's sleep if you just start using paper tape. Yeah, or the mouth strips. So use paper tapes or mouth strips to get rid of mouth breathing and to more becoming the nasal breather. Train with awareness. How am I breathing now? Yeah, when you are talking or whenever you are doing any work. Yeah? So breathing is a skill, and like any skill, it can be retrained. It doesn't matter. It's okay you have been breathing through your mouth for long, but are you ready and willing to change your pattern? That is very, 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 very important, right? So if this session has opened your eyes, imagine, what a proper structured breath training can do for you. Okay. So I would love to welcome you in our community. If you are the one who would love to work on correcting your breathing pattern, your sleep, stress reduction, you want to regulate your nervous system, because breath is one very powerful tool, easy tool, always available to you to regulate your nervous system, your energy, your focus, and healing. Yeah. So comment here knows, and I will share with you how you can be the part of our upcoming program. I'll share one very powerful program that we are doing now, and you can be the part of this very powerful detox program that we are doing. Yeah, we'll share it in the link, and then you can be the part of us. Thank you, everyone. This is Yukti Kishore. Would love to sign off now and see you in the next YouTube live class. Let me know what else you would like to learn in the next class, as well as what have been your biggest learning and takeaways from this class. And if you know any mouth breather, people struggling with sleep, apnea, snoring, stress, and anxiety issues, please do share, because let them use this powerful technique of mouth taping. And there are a lot of techniques that I teach around this to improve your CO2 balance, more oxygenation, cellular level oxygenation in my community, that is Wellness Abundance Hub community. So yeah, you can, if you are curious, you can connect to us on this WhatsApp number 8050710575, or you can be the part of our programs using this Linktree link. Thank you. Stay blessed, breathe wellness in abundance. This is Yukti Kishore signing off, and see you soon in our next class.